What's up, guys and gals? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope everything's going your way. Now, this light is kind of annoying, but we're going to work with it, okay? We're going to work with it. I'm going to have to hold this. Alright, so today, a subject that I've honestly wanted to talk about since I ever started trucking is the two biggest companies are Swift and Sierra England. They're by far the two biggest companies. They're huge. They are absolutely massive. So they're obviously the first that people will usually go to. So there's pros and cons with both, obviously. I'm going to give my experience and then my thoughts and what I suggest. Now, don't take this, as like the correct way or the right one or any of that bullshit. I'm just giving you my personal preference of my personal experience and my thought of it. So we'll start with Swift. Now, first off, Swift I think is a pretty good company. As far as communication and everything else, I don't know anything about that. If you are to go to one of their academies, I only went to one of their academies. It was very ghetto. It was very poor, bad communication, bad employment, a lot of laziness. Nothing. It was pretty bad. It was very, very, very bad. If I believe I rated it like a 5.6 or something like that. It was very bad. Now, I can't sit and say that Swift across the board for their academy is bad across the board. I only went to one of them, and also it is a third-party organization that is hired by Swift. It's not Swift necessarily, okay? So, they could have one in Arizona. It could be kick-ass. It could be amazing. But that's my personal preference on that and my own experience. When you start out, you have three options. You can go dry van, reefer, or flatbed. Now, don't quote me on the exact cents per mile. I could be wrong, but I believe starting out, you make, I think it's 41 cents flatbed, and I think it's $40 every time you tarp. So, I do know that the flatbed fleet with Swift is pretty damn big. It's pretty damn big. Reefer's not as big. Dry van's the biggest. Now, I believe dry van, you start out maybe like 31 cents. Like I said, I could be very wrong on this, but I think I'm ballparking it. I'm pretty close. When you first start out, you have the option. So you have the option of picking what venue you want to do, which is reefer, dry, or flatbed. And I don't know if they have a recovery. I'm probably sure they do. They probably do have a recovery. And then obviously you want to choose your fleet. You get on a fleet. But first things first, after you get out of school, you're going to go and you're going to be with a trainer for, minimum 3 weeks, maximum, it could be 2 months. It depends how good you are. Now, I don't think that's too common that people actually go that far, but you never know. You can get a bad trainer. There's lots of things that could happen, It's hard to say. But minimum, it's about 3 weeks. That's what my training was 3 weeks. After that, you have the choice of teaming. You have the decision of teaming. This is definitely a pro. The pay is actually a pro as well. So now, as far as, like I said, as far as communication in the company and how it works, I don't know. I don't know if it's good. I don't know. I didn't really get that experience. I had a couple buddies who were with Swift. They didn't seem to have many complaints, so that's a good thing. So after that, you have the choice of being solo or teaming. Now that's pretty awesome that you have the choice of solo or teaming. As far as that goes. So next, next is Sierra England. Now, Sierra England, as far as their school, which I don't believe is a third-party organization. It could be. I could be wrong. I'm not too sure on that. And I swear to God, if this dude tries to cut in front of me, I'm gonna flip my fucking shit. I'll kick his fucking teeth in. Fuck him. I've been here before him. Sorry, I'm getting off track. I apologize for that, and I apologize for my language. Okay, so Sierra England's next. Now, Sierra England, their schooling, like I said, I don't know if it's third party or not, but it was phenomenal. Phenomenal. 10 out of 10. Easily 10 out of 10. I mean, every little thing you did, you would take a test on. Now, their school that I went to was also in the same exact location as Swift Academy. Literally a couple miles. I swear, dude, you better not try cutting in front of me, some bitch. I'll flip my shit. Sorry. So it was absolutely amazing. That was a definite pro. I mean, they really, really work with you. They really work with you. They have a ton of trainers. They are kind of dicks there. They're kind of dicks. They're kind of pricks. They're very rude. They're very mean, very crude. At Swift, they were pretty laid back, but like I said, they're too laid back. I mean, you could sit and sleep in a truck. It was ridiculous. But Sierra England, it's almost like boot camp. You know, that could be a bad thing. That could be a pro. That could be a con. That's a personal preference. They're kind of dicks. But they're great teachers. They're great teachers. They're very efficient and, amazing school. Now, as far as, how it works is, it's Swift was a month. Their school academy is a month. That's a con. Sierra England is 3 weeks. That's a definite pro. Very quick process, like Swift, but more efficient in every way. In every way, it's so much more efficient. So then you have, after that, you get out of school. This is a major con, and this is the biggest con. You go out with your trainer, same thing as Swift, same time period and everything else. Another con with Sierra England is a handful of trainers. Okay, the trainers aren't good. They're not good quality. They're just shit. They're shit. They're bad. They're inexperienced drivers. They're bad, and that's bad. That's another big con. But after you get done with that, Sierra England has reworked their system many times. I don't know if they're still doing this because they reworked it so many times in such a short period of time. They may have done it again. I don't believe so. But what they did is they would have it so you were forced to team with someone. If you didn't have a team, if someone you knew who you wanted to team with, it'd be random. You're forced to team for 6 months. You get shared pay, and I believe it's 16 cents per mile, which is very low. Very, 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 very fucking low. You'll probably be making with Sierra England. Now, you could get off your trainer and get on a fleet or whatever right off the bat and not be with someone. It is possible, but it might be difficult to do. And communication with the company isn't the greatest. It was one of their downfalls for sure. So, you're gonna not really have a lot of options, not a lot of choices. So unless you know someone, you have a connection or something, or you meet someone along the way during school or training or whatever, you're gonna be forced to team with someone making garbage money. If you can get on a certain fleet and team, that might go up a little bit. But yeah, you're forced 6 months. So yeah, there's a lot more cons with Sierra England. So now, all of that being said, Sierra England really focuses in refrigeration. They do have dry, but much more refrigeration. So it's like Sierra England is all about, refrigeration, and then Swift is all about dry, vice versa kind of thing. So they do have dry, and they do have reefer. They do not have flatbed. There's no flatbed division. There's pods, which is kind of flatbed with giant tubs or whatever. So yeah, there's a lot of more cons with Sierra England. I will definitely say that. So all of that being said, I would recommend Swift. I would recommend Swift hands down. I would not go with Sierra England, and I know a lot of people do. A lot of people go with Sierra England. Sierra England screwed me over. They screw a lot of people over. Communication's bad. It's ran by children. So that's my experience. that is my personal preference. You don't have to take it for the truth. If you don't want to take it for the truth, don't take it for the truth. But I would highly recommend Swift over Sierra England any day, every day. The pay is much better. You're gonna make more. It's a much better company in my opinion. Yes, you see all these crashes and shit, and now Swift drivers are terrible and everything else, this, that, and other. Well, guess what? Sierra England drivers are just as bad. It's just Swift is the biggest. They're the biggest trucking company. They have almost 80,000 trucks or some shit like that. Maybe more now. So, you're going to find a lot of negativity. You're going to find a lot of bashing. You're going to find a lot of this. You're going to find a lot of that. Now, a lot of people like to say that, Swift and all these big major companies are to get your foot in the door. Yes, that can be true, but that doesn't mean that you can't make serious money. I mean, there are people with Swift who are making $150,000 a year. It's very doable. It's very possible. You just have to find the right niche, the right fleet, all that. All that matters. It all plays its course, Like I've always tell people in trucking, I mean, starting out, you could make 47,000 minimum, but you can make high up ends of $250,000 a year. The trucking industry is a very profitable, revenue generated profession. There's no doubt about it, and it's on demand. Mom and pops, middle class, the huge corporations, huge companies. Everyone needs truckers. Everyone needs truckers. Why do you think that Swift has their program, and all these bigger major companies, OTR companies, have the program where they will get you your CDL and rip you off in the process, because the CDL, in my opinion, isn't worth more than fucking $1,000 easily. Anyways, if you guys have any questions or concerns or whatever else, go ahead and comment below. I will answer it to the best of my knowledge. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll be doing some more trucking vlogs, some more information. Comment below if you want to see more, and you have a wonderful day. Later.